The biggest small town you've ever been to. That's what they call us here in Spokane, Washington. Why is that? How did that come to be? All that and more on today's episode of Living in Spokane, WA. So let's just get to it. Beautiful city of Spokane. A lot of our feedback from expats moving into the area is that we have all of the metropolitan major resources that you would expect, beautifully dovetailed with that small town charm. As a local Spokaneite, what I find to be the reason of this is how our traffic and city layout is done, which causes people that grow up and live in certain neighborhoods, they tend to stay there, whereas in most metropolitan areas, there's a lot more movement around the greater metro area itself. So you see, Spokane is almost an island unto itself. We are the major urban metropolitan hub in our area, surrounded by many miles of rural farmland. Just to give you an idea of how segregated we are the number one major resource for medical services in 4 states. Not only that, being the second largest city in the state of Washington with over 600,000 residents in the greater Spokane metro area means that we have big city amenities with small town vibes. You know what I'm saying? As a Spokaneite myself, born and raised here in the city itself, I came from a North Spokane neighborhood, and the amount of times that I can recall growing up that I even went to something like our South Hill area was less than a handful of times. This is because every single neighborhood in our city, the way it's laid out, traffic flow tends to be anything but convenient to getting around neighborhood to neighborhood. So what we tend to see is Spokaneites tend to stick to the neighborhoods that they live in. And as a result of such, all of the major things that you would need, such as grocery stores, post offices, your house and home, various community events, and so much more, you don't really have much incentive to leave the area in which you live. Let me explain it like this. When you're from an area like North Spokane, almost everything that you need to get through day to day is within a 15-minute drive. But going from North Spokane to, let's say, the Spokane Valley, you are looking at a minimum of 20 minutes or more to get to the exact same thing that you can find in your own local neighborhood. The only reason that people tend to leave their neighborhoods of choice are for major events that tend to happen downtown, things specific to our Spokane Arena, Northern Quest Casino, and the likes. These are some of the major reasons why Spokane is considered the biggest small town you've ever been to, but there's even more. Each neighborhood in Spokane you will find has its own distinct character and charm. Take our beautiful South Hill neighborhoods, for example. You're going to expect something like old craftsman homes filled with character, beautiful 100-year-old trees lining the streets, beautiful parks and picturesque settings. There's truly something to see in all 4 seasons. Or our Spokane Valley sister city, which has a completely different distinct feel into itself. Here you can find a more rural meets suburban type mix, generally larger yards, newer construction, and more of an open spread out feel. All this on top of the fact that Spokane tends to be very closely tied to our surrounding rural community, and oftentimes what we hear as feedback from our clients on the Living in Spokane WA team is that people here are so friendly, literally so friendly, it kind of makes them uncomfortable at times, at least at first. After a slight adjustment period, what we find is our clients absolutely love that fact about our area, up to and including our own Seattle expat, Sarah Haywood. Be sure to check out her video here about lies about living in Spokane. So when you take into account all these factors combined, and again, real quick, traffic flow and the layout of the city, the fact that we are a regional, medical, and metropolitan hub, we have distinct individualized neighborhood character, and being well connected to our surrounding rural community with that friendly Spokaneite atmosphere. When you combine it all together, input all of the pieces, that is why we are called the biggest small town you've ever been to. All right, guys, that's what I have for you for today. If you like what you saw, if you can please give us a sub below. Honestly, it really helps a growing channel out. We appreciate it so much. And if you're looking to relocate over to Spokane, be sure to reach out to us with any of the information below. One of my team or I are going to get a hold of you, and we're going to help you A to Z. My name is Adam Clark. We are living in Spokane WA with the PNW Dream Homes team. Until next time, guys, see you later.